Week 4 of Supreme is here, and it's finally bringing you the item that you've always wanted. Faux fur cargo pants. What, you don't like faux fur cargo pants?
I feel like I'm chosen, I'm covered in gold.
Welcome back, friends, to another edition of Fauntleroy's Finest, and today we're going to take a look at Supreme's Week 4, Fall/Winter 22.
The question is, who cares?
This week features a collaboration with one of my favorite kind of high-end designers. I mean, I don't know that many of them, to be honest with you, but this is one of them, Yoji Yamamoto. When Yoji first showed up on the scene, high fashion was all about sequins and bright colors, not black. Yoji's minimalist design has now bled into every aspect of fashion, and his Y3 collab with Adidas in 2016 was one of the first major collections between high and low fashion. Supreme and Yamamoto did a collaboration, I believe, back in 2020. I remember that collaboration sold out pretty quickly, even the stuff that people thought wouldn't do very well. But it was a bunch of cool stuff, and I was super into that collaboration, so I was very excited to see what these guys were going to do next. And then I saw that it was like a triple collab. It's a Tekken, Yamamoto, Supreme collaboration. And you know what? Unpopular opinion, Tekken is my least favorite fighting game from the 90s.
Okay, you better take that back.
Go ahead, type down below all of your hate and rage. I only liked that guy that did like drunken style, and you could like put him into the different like crane and all that kind of bullshit. But I had some friends that were really good at it. I just never really liked it that much.
Maybe you're not a badass.
Before we get into this, I am going to be doing a giveaway on the live stream tomorrow, Wednesday, maybe today for you. This Jordan 4 Black Cat, it's a replica, but it's from our favorite rep place, shoepop.ru. These are pretty decent reps. I know some folks aren't really into reps. I'm not really wearing them either, so I want to give them away to somebody out there who will wear them, and we will do that on the live stream on Wednesday night. Alright, I'm going to jump into this. I'm going to go pretty fast because I was hoping to get some retail prices for you guys, and lucky for you, just before I finished editing this, we did get retail prices. These are the official final retail prices. The ones I went over to go over the drop list were a little less expensive than these, but it really doesn't change my opinion much.
Everybody's got a goddamn opinion?
First off, this inverted short sleeve top, I mean, it's kind of just a regular short sleeve top, nothing crazy. Next on the list, the multi-stripe beanie. It's a decent beanie, but I mean, unless you want a beanie, I guess, you probably don't want this. Next up, the USNY hooded sweatshirt. I'm just gonna say no on this one. Let's move along.
I don't like any of you.
Here we have the multi-type Jacquard Denim 6-panel. It doesn't have the right logo on it really to be reselling. Maybe that Denim Jacquard one, people have kind of been into those lately. I don't know. I don't really know. I would say no on this, but again, if you want this, if you like it, it's fine to wear. Next up, the Supreme Yamamoto Tekken puffer jacket. I think that the logo on the back looks cool, but I mean, I'm just not really gonna wear Tekken shit around all the time. If you live in Tokyo, I think this collaboration is going to speak to you guys. I think you're gonna be all over this shit, and I think it'll look cool on the streets of Tokyo. But I don't know how well it translates everywhere else. I do know that the clothing items themselves will be decent pieces, so if you go after something, you're gonna get a quality item for sure. And if you like it, great, but I don't see this reselling. Next up is the multi-type Jacquard denim button-up shirt. I mean, again, we've seen these every season now. I don't think there's a lot of resell here. The denim one would be the colorway, I guess, but these are also just going to be personals. I'd say the same with the pants. I mean, there is a chance to take a gamble on the really big sizes of the denim colorway. Sometimes those denim jeans pop off. It looks the best in the jeans, to be honest with you. I'd say even the hat. It's voted above all the other stuff, so folks, I think, believe that as well. Honestly, not a bad piece to take a gamble on this week, and if you get like 38s or whatever the biggest size is, I'm sure you could make a little bit off of these. But for the most part, I'd say these are going to be personals for most colors and sizes. I'm wrong! The highest voted Jacquard denim item is this crusher.
Friends, don't lie.
So that's pretty sad. Next up, the Yoji Yamamoto Supreme suit.
I'm afraid I just blew myself.
Yeah, it's pretty loud and colorful. Drops has estimated the price point on this suit to be about $898. I kind of dig those pants though. I don't dig them for $900, but again, they are pretty cool. Either way, I'm gonna pass. Next up is one of the cooler Yamamoto Tekken items, this button-up Tekken shirt. It's like the game menu with all the characters on it, and then a really cool hit on the back. Again, extremely busy shirt. Really, you can only wear this in the middle of downtown Tokyo, or like Times Square or something where there's so much other crap going on that nobody is going to be offended by how loud that shirt is. It is completely something that you might want to gamble on though, like in an XL size, but Drops is estimating this to be close to $200, so I'm just probably not going to be able to get behind it at that price point. And again, I think sadly we can move along.
Nothing to see here.
Here we go, guys, the item that everybody's been waiting for. Faux fur cargo pants.
I'm for real.
That's right. Every time I've ever been down a trail, I've said, geez, you know what I wish my cargos had on them? Fur. All over. This is an archive piece from something that Yamamoto has done before. I believe from '97, actually. So it's a pretty old piece. Back in his very popular heyday, I would say. So there could be something to these pants. They're definitely interesting. They're definitely unique. And they're definitely the most Yamamoto item that he's putting forth today, at least in my opinion. I mean, Yamamoto makes whatever Yamamoto wants.
Whatever, I do what I want.
And yeah, maybe if these pants are $238, I'll probably jump on board. But honestly, in my opinion, I see these things being around $400 plus. I cannot imagine that these are going to be $238. They are covered in fur.
I'm almost uncomfortable with how soft this is.
So the first Vansen piece that we have on this list are these leather pants. Estimated retail for this is over a rack, $1,000. I really think the design is cool, and this was also an archive design from back in the day. I definitely saw a post somewhere showing off one of the old jackets that resembled this, so that's why I assume this is archive as well. And again, cool piece, but you know, it's $1,000. Let's move along.
True dat. True dat.
Now these things to me are hit or miss, these Doc Martens. I'm not a Doc Marten guy, but I do think these are pretty cool, and I can appreciate that pattern a little bit more on the Doc Martens. Like I said, I thought I liked it on the pants the best, but if you have to buy that whole suit, maybe the Doc Martens are the way to go. Again, I don't really see a ton of resale. It just will all depend on how rare these are. But I also really don't see anybody knocking down your door, even if they're only like 6 or 7. It'd be like, oh well, I didn't get them. Either way, if you're into Doc Martens, I think these are actually a really good shoe for you. Next up is the first t-shirt from the Yamamoto collaboration. Really not feeling these tees at all. This one in particular, I'm definitely not feeling the paint tee. I know some of you guys out there were, and I know it's the same pattern that I said I like on pants and I like on the shoes. I just don't think it looks as good on the t-shirt at all. The black t-shirt with all that extra white on it, it would look better if it was just the colors like it is on the shoes and the pants and the jacket. For any of you sickos that need to buy a t-shirt, go XXL and just be done with it if you can get it in black. But otherwise, no.
Y'all ugly!
Then we have the Phoenix short sleeve tee, and we're done there. I really do like this Supreme Yamamoto beanie that will be coming out. I think this is a decent one to pick up. I would assume this beanie is probably still going to be like $42, but it's very reminiscent of the Junya Watanabe one, which I think ended up being a really nice beanie, so hopefully it's very similar. I like the olive one the best, but either of them look decent to me. Next we have the Tekken Yamamoto nylon jacket. I think these are cool. I think they look really neat, and maybe they could have some potential to flip down the road, but you're probably going to be targeting those Tekken hype beasts, which are probably few and far between.
What does high score mean? New high score, is that bad?
I do think these look cool, but it still kind of looks like a dated graphic to me. And maybe if there wasn't the tie-in to Tekken for these next few pieces, I'd probably be more into it, but at the end of the day, I'm just kind of really disappointed. Next up, the Swirl Fleece Camp Cap. Please don't do this.
It's time to stop!
I mean, if you really needed to have that hat, I guess I would go with the black one or the gray with the red box logo. But you're walking around in a hat that looks like it just needs a haircut. Next up, we have this Yamamoto Tekken sweater. Now, there's 2 of them, 2 different graphics on them. Again, I just really don't need to rock those characters like that on an expensive sweater. I'm really not feeling the sleeves. I'm really not feeling the front graphic, but that back graphic, I really do like a lot.
I like big butts.
I think personally, if you made me pick one, I'd probably pick the olive one, but I also think the black and the red text on the back look pretty good too. But at the end of the day, I don't know, not my favorite sweater that Yamamoto has done. That said, this should be an item that's pretty limited, so bigger sizes in this sweater may have potential down the road. It might be something just to kind of buy, throw in your closet, and then look at it in a year and see if it did anything.
You smell great.
You smell great. What is that?
Burberry, what you got on?
I forgot.
Smells expensive.
It's just deodorant.
Okay.
All right, next up is this Vansen leather jacket. It looks like it's gonna be like $1,800. It's cool as hell. I mean, it is really cool. But it's $1,800, and I had to buy a car, so we're gonna move on. All right, well, at least this is a lot cheaper, but it's definitely not as cool. The Supreme Yamamoto pumpkin tee. I'm gonna call bullshit on this tee. I'm pretty sure Yamamoto had one of his grandkids do this particular design, or he's entering a Picasso phase. Next up is a hooded sweatshirt. That's right, guys. We haven't had a hooded sweatshirt since, I don't know, 10 minutes ago, so we definitely need another one. I don't know, it's kind of basic. I like that graphic on the front of it, but otherwise, it's just kind of a plain hoodie. It'd be nice if they had like a picture of the game or something on the back, or just anything on the back as well. I don't think it's worth it. I've seen a lot of people either really liking or really hating this Baja jacket, and in my personal opinion, I kind of put this closer to the top of the list than the bottom of the list. But of all the pieces that are coming out in this collaboration, I kind of see this as being the most wearable of all of those. Either way, depending on the price point, an XL or XXL could potentially do something for you down the road, but that would definitely be a decent little gamble, and most likely a very long hold.
Hold on to your butts.
Next up, the Yamamoto Tekken Supreme Skateboard, another triple collab. These decks are like $100 before they get to your house. I really do like this deck, and potentially, I may go after it. It's hard for me to say buy this for resale, but I think it's a really cool piece, and I'm gonna have a hard time not buying it.
I'd like some welfare, please.
Probably the best item if you're wanting to resell something from the Tekken Yamamoto Supreme collaboration. It's a t-shirt, and it's just got that one little Tekken logo on it. Now, I don't think this is the best shirt ever. I don't think people are gonna kick down your door and throw all the money at you just for this shirt.
If I were to give you some money out of my wallet, would that ease the pain?
And I do think these are gonna sell out pretty quickly, just because they probably won't make that many of them. So an XXL or XL will probably make you a decent profit, but you're just gonna have to hold on to it for a little bit. All right, the number 2 item of the week, another item that I'm kind of interested in here, is the Repeat Zippo lighter. They have 2 different colorways in this lighter. There's a gold one, there's a silver one. It's a different kind of Zippo, something they haven't done before. I don't think anyways. Maybe you guys can tell me in the comments if I'm wrong there, but there's generally not a ton of resale in these Zippos anymore. Still a cool piece, cool personal, but again, I don't really see resale in that Zippo necessarily. And then finally, the number 1 item, and Supreme community has confirmed the price point is $148 on these for a set of Dominos. They are aluminum, and aluminum is expensive. That's pretty upsetting. I saw the original price point was $98, and I was still kind of like, that's kind of a lot. I could see these bricking really hard. I could see you getting these for under retail down the road. Again, maybe they only made so many of them. Maybe they'll sell out instantly. That price point seems to me like it'll keep people away. So if you don't care about price and you just want these Dominos, I think you'll have no problem grabbing them on the website. It's definitely one of the cooler items that we've seen. Also a fun, usable item from them, not just something to throw up on your shelf like some fools would do. Who would do something like that anyways? Good luck to you if you're trying to flip these. I just really don't see it.
You know nothing.
Well, there you go, guys. It's kind of a sad week. I really love Yamamoto stuff, and this week just kind of disappoints me. I was expecting much more.
Please, sir. I want some more.
And really, like I said, the only Yamamoto item that I feel like is very Yamamoto are those stupid fur pants. I believe they sold the original archive ones for thousands of dollars, and you know they didn't make that many faux fur cargo pants. I mean, they just don't do that. And those sweaters could also be very limited. I remember the sweater from last time sold out really quickly. I just think it's gonna be hard treading nowadays to sell something that doesn't just have a big, huge red box logo on it, or some type of with gigantic branding all over it. That's the people that are buying stuff from you now. The ones that just don't know any better and they just want to have Supreme all over them.
We have to get this.
So it does kind of suck when like really cool pieces go under the radar, but at the end of the day, this is definitely not my favorite group of Yamamoto pieces. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys are going for, and if you want to win those replica Jordan Black Cats, make sure you check out the live stream on Wednesday. And if this video hasn't given you the Fauntleroy that you need in your life, well then you should check out these videos right here.
Yeah. Trapping around the world, over the phone dropping tears.